Hey guys,
Welcome back, everybody.
today we are doing a review of something that we had gotten. It's not from a specific retailer, but we've had this for a while. We don't have the box for it anymore, but we did want to go over it and give kind of a review, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, go ahead.
So this is 2B from Nier Automata.
To be or not to be? Come on, you had to see it coming.
Yeah, she saw it coming. So, Nier Automata, those who may or may not know, is a game from Square Enix that came out probably about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago.
They were better off as just Square.
You mean Squaresoft?
I'm saying without the Enix.
Oh, whatever.
They were better off just Square. Squaresoft.
Before they were Square Enix, they were Square.
Squaresoft, I know. But anyways, go on.
Rolling on. So in Nier Automata, you play as 2B and 9S. I don't have 9S, don't care about 9S, don't like 9S. This I found on eBay. And the body is made from Phison, which if you know who they are, then you know. If you don't, they make...
Little creepy.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So what it is they make like an iron or like an aluminum frame or a metal frame of some sort, and then they put a body mold around it. And then you make or find a head yourself and put it on afterwards, as well as clothes and all that stuff. So I bought this from a third-party individual who had, I guess, clothing that was similar, which we'll get to here in a little bit, and the head that was pretty close.
So let me make sure I've got this straight. This company sells these bodies, just the body, no head.
Right.
You can then buy the body,
Yep.
and then if you already had the head, or order a head, or you get a head, that's no way to get a head. So you put another head on this body,
Yep.
and then you put whatever clothing you want on it.
Yep. So
Okay.
I've seen them with Claire Redfield, Jill Valentine, Ada Wong, Leon. You know, I've seen them all from Resident Evil. I've seen some for like superheroes. You know, they're for things that usually don't have figures, but people still want a figure for it. They're all expensive. I'm not gonna lie, they are fairly expensive. If I had the opportunity now, I would not buy it again. She did come with 2 swords, which Steve was holding up there. I don't remember the name of the swords in game, but they're pretty cool. They are the starting weapons that you can find. And
So I have to say, right off the bat, this one right here is my favorite sword. It's not practical in the slightest. Enough force right here on these 2 connection points, and your sword is totaled.
oh yeah,
But it's just so freaking cool looking because it's original. So I do have to say this is my favorite part, my favorite sword, if you will. And the detail on it is just immaculate.
yeah. Whoever designed these swords did a very good job. Really well done. I don't know if they're molded or cast steel, but they are very well shaped and formed. But these are 1/6 scale to the actual size they were in game.
Now, real quick, for those who have seen our past videos, I had one complaint about the Green Hero, the evil sword, the Sword of Shadows, and that was this right here. They could have done this on the Sword of Shadows, and I would have been ecstatic about it. So the fact that this right here proves it can be done, I think they should have done it. Again, that was my only complaint with the Green Hero. But I think the fact that this maker did the little bit of time and energy that it needed for that addition to the sword, and you know, it's the devil in the details. And it's just that little detail is just fantastic. So I do love that.
Yeah, they went the extra mile in the detail. Now as far as the figure goes, everything on her is removable, all the way down to the bare skin component, as it were. Which, for those of you that might have the money to blow something on something like this for their kid, don't worry, there's no nudity. So you're not going to have to worry about that. In fact, it's probably about as nudity as Barbie gets. But this is a cloth. It's that all moves. She's got foldable arms, knee, ankle, hip, thigh. Well, I don't think thigh, but hip, waist, chest.
I think you're talking
head.
Not thigh, but the hip action.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The hair is like it's like a doll hair, so it's actual hair. She came with a headband, which, if you know 2B from the game, does not wear a headband. She wears it over her eyes. But if you pull this down to cover it up, you'll find one of the things I kind of dislike, if I can get it, is there is a noticeable line where the hair starts and then the face is. So it kind of makes it look kind of cheap and funky looking.
So yeah, obviously they were trying to cover up that hairline. So the head sculpt really probably wasn't meant as a 2B, just a general, someone had picked it out. Oh, it's the right hair color, it's the right skin tone, you know, that's what I want to make this character. And then, you know, from the looks of things, because the hair's kind of uneven back here,
yeah, it looks like
they more than likely just took scissors and cut the longer hair.
Speaking of the back of the hair, with that light, you can probably see how it shines right through that silver. You can see what I'm talking about in the back of her head, where it's real weird looking. Like I said, at the time when I bought this, I was in love with this game. And there was no way to find 2B, because no one had it yet.
And let's be honest, when you're ordering offline, yeah, now you can get her to stand.
Right.
We tried for probably a good 5-10 minutes before filming to get her to stand. She just wouldn't. So that's why we had to add this stand. The stand does not actually come with her.
Right.
Which is one of my complaints, but we'll get there.
So enough of the features of this. Let's get on to my problems with it. Let's start off with the fact that the outfit is different enough that if you play the game, you'll notice it just doesn't look right. Because in the game, she had more of like a tight skirt. It wasn't kind of a billowy out thing. You'll also notice that the anatomy on this is not quite correct.
You know, I'm glad that you brought up anatomy. Because when we said this figure is creepy, we meant it's creepy.
Yeah.
The skin part is kind of a soft rubber, if you will.
It's a real soft rubber. You can sit there and squeeze.
Right, you can squeeze the thighs. We had brought it up in the Green Hero unboxing. I know I'm doing a lot of Green Hero tie-in. The reason is two things. One, we don't have any other figures at this height.
Right.
Two, we don't have any other figures at this detail. See, this isn't just a normal figure that we have, where it's slight details, articulation. This is immaculate detail. You know, the swords are really, really detailed. I doubt she'll stand with that in her hand. But, so the Green Hero is the only thing that we really have that comes close to 2B. And like I was stating in the Green Hero video, there are some parts where it's kind of like a soft rubber where you can squish it. Her, for lack of a better term, in her thighs, her butt, and her breast is that same material.
It's everywhere on her, with the exception of hands and head and feet.
Right, but I'm saying it's incredibly noticeable in the thighs, the butt, and the breast.
Well, 2B was known for her ass. In fact, when Square Enix made the game, I think they had like 8 1,000 or 80,000 polygons on her ass alone.
First of all, why?
Yeah, I mean,
why? Like, I have seen you go into immaculate detail on your characters, which I'm all for.
yeah.
But who is lonely enough to be like, damn, check that character's ass out?
Right.
And then enter Lara Croft. I take it all back. I'm just gonna shut up now.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no, there is no defending it.
No.
Lara Croft, and maybe this is what's wrong with the whole sexism thing. Lara Croft was meant as a sex symbol. You know, whoever initially said sex sells, it does.
oh yeah.
Especially to teenage boys who are just entering puberty and, oh, girl. You know, of course that's going to make kids want to buy, oh, Lara Croft, look, she's in a tight shirt and tight shorts and she has humps. You know? So I get the whole sex sells thing. My complaint, though, is why couldn't it be like Barbie? Why couldn't it just be a hard plastic? I mean, really, again, the thighs, the buttocks, and the breast are all this squishy things, this squishy parts.
It's not lying.
Right, it's incredibly squishy. So, what kid is out there, and this is what it's meant for. If you're a collector and you think I'm wrong, please comment below. I love the pleather boots. I love the fabric dress. I love the metal sword. But I've never once looked at a doll and I'm like, you know, I hope that's rubber or a type of foam. You know, it's always a plastic frame, which I'm fine with. Because they sit on my shelf, I look at them and that looks really cool. I like that. Not, I can't wait till we're alone. I'll marry you. I mean, come on, guys. If I'm wrong, please put it in the comments and be like, Dave, you're a perv. Which I'm the opposite of, being like, no, this should not be sexualized. But to me, that's the only thing that I see.
So, 2 points. Point 1, Feist and all of their bodies are that soft plastic. Even the male bodies, all the way through. And that's just because it's supposed to look more realistic. It gets rid of the cutouts in the arm for the bends and the knees and the joint locations. So I get that. Second thing, I did not buy it because it's got a squishy body. I bought it because I like to be and I wanted the figure to display her as.
Let me defend Mike a little bit, okay? What eBay seller puts in their item description, squishy button breast?
It's true. It didn't say so.
So, I can tell you for a fact that he didn't, oh, please be squishy, because this is before we were collectors. So he didn't know that that was a thing until 2B came into his life.
Yeah, I learned a lot about Feist and the company after I bought it. Because I had to look it up on how to actually get her dressed because the clothing is that type made. They recommend using a baby powder to get her into her outfits.
And there she goes, folks.
So yeah, and don't get me wrong, I enjoy the figure. I like the way it looks. It's very cool. It's very 2B. Or not 2B.
That is the question.
But
and this is another thing that I'm going to bring up here in a minute.
she doesn't want to stand up because she's got high heels. That makes sense. If you're looking for a 2B figure, Square Enix now sells an official figure that is not squishy boobs and squishy ass. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I haven't bought it.
No, I've
been wanting to buy it, but I haven't had to buy it.
I'm sure Square Enix. What else, Mike? What else you got to say?
You know, just going back to the comparisons, Feist, like I said, is designed for showing off a well posed. I just needed to stop counterbalancing her.
Good job, Mike. High five, dude.
Up like that. Now this sword is fairly heavy.
Fairly heavy.
Most collectibles, the weapons and stuff they come with, their arm's gonna droop down.
And 90% of the collectible weapons are plastic.
Right. True.
In fact, this is the first collectible that I've seen with a metal weapon. So again, that fantastic detail on the weapons.
Yeah. But the way that Bison designs their bodies is they are a strong hold on a pose. So like she can hold her sword up here for indefinite, until the
Theoretically.
right. The frame wears out or the sun rots it away, whatever. But it is a high quality, you set it in a pose and then you put it behind 3 feet of glass and look at it.
Yeah, and that's a lot of collectible figures, like our Guyver that we got from Sideshow's, the Guyver 3. It really isn't meant to be played with, and the price tag tells you that. So, as a figure, and I'm just going to jump into this, as a figure, I am highly disappointed. Okay? And here's why. First of all, my biggest complaint has always been this. With 90% of the companies, you should have included a fucking stand.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know why FISA doesn't do that.
You should have included a stand. Especially when you've got something like this where she's got the high heels and the narrow feet and you have all of this weight above the feet, she's going to be off kilter. Now, you saw Mike accidentally kick the table and she went forward.
Oh, yeah.
With a stand, that does not happen. Include a stand.
Yeah, just include a stand, period. I don't care if you've got something that sits on 4 wheels, come with a stand.
I'm telling you right now, 10 cents of plastic will make me buy your figure every day, all day.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I personally think that the outfit is too short, the abdomen is too short, the legs are too high. I think that they need to reproportion her, and I think she would have looked a ton better.
Right. Well, again, I don't know how long Bison's been around, so this may have been one of their earlier body styles, or this may just be the body style that, for whatever reason, their designers, developers chose to pick, and that's just what you're going to get from them. So I don't know.
Well, and let me put this out there. This is the opinion of a Game & Watch bro. Okay? You could disagree with me. Go for it. I encourage you to.
Yeah.
If you like her the way she is, comment below and be like, Dave, she's good. You're stupid. I'm good with that. Because collectors are going to like what collectors are going to like. Me personally, I think her proportions are off. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the company's terrible at making them. I'm not trying to attack the company. I'm giving you the honest opinion of Dave on what he thinks on this figure. And I haven't played too much of the game, but I think like Mike was saying earlier, the dress is too poofy.
Yeah. Yeah, because what it is, the top it's like a swimsuit, a bodysuit almost, and then she's got like a skirt that goes on over it. And then whenever she blows up or gets blown up, the skirt gets destroyed, and then you've just got the swimsuit top. I mean, at the end of the day, if you want a figure that reminds you of 2B, and you've got the money, and you want something that's got soft, squishy booties, pick it up.
Get on Nothing's wrong with it, folks.
Yeah.
That's what you like, that's what you like.
Right. If you want a figure that looks exactly like 2B, go to Square Enix. If you want something that's more grain range or higher, better quality, better detail probably, check out Ace Toys. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Now, with everything that's being said, again, the clothing I think is a little off. I swear to God, if you're a collector, or I'm sorry, if you're a seller of collectibles, include the stand. It's not that difficult. Just a piece of plastic. We took this from one of our other figures to help hold her up, which wasn't needed. The swords, I think, are the best part of her. And apparently the joints, too. She's been standing there holding that sword like a boss.
No drop, no waver.
No nothing. You know, it's fantastic on those joints. Great job on that.
Yeah. If you can find that perfect balance point for her, she'll look 5. She'll look great. I think it came with separate hands. I don't remember because I don't have the box anymore. But if it did, you could have 2 swords, you know, which she never dual wield in the game. I think it would be cool if they had some kind of a thing that was on her back, like a magnet, where you could put the other sword.
Because that's what she did when in the game. It kind of just hovered behind her, didn't it?
Right, the big one hovered behind her, and the small one would actually be on her back.
Okay.
Like it was magnetic or something.
But yeah, no, that's again one of the complaints I had with the soldier first class sword. I'm sorry. That's one of the complaints I had with the soldier first class Cloud. The sword should have had some type of magnet so it can attach to the back instead of doing a pin that goes in there, because it's, you know, not something that always would be there. But I love the swords. Again, I know I've pointed out the swords like a billion times, but come on, they're full metal. I mean, here, can I see?
Yeah.
Listen. These are full metal, baby. Full metal. They could have done a better job on the hair and the clothing.
She's ladylike now.
Right. And definitely should have included a base.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead, because normally Mike goes first because I do most of the talking. But I'm going to go ahead and go first, and I have to give this 2 out of 5 thumbs up.
I'm going to give it 3. Just because the body structure is real good. The squishiness is weird. It's always going to be weird. The swords are real cool.
Really, really cool. I love the swords.
Yeah, the swords definitely do a win. But the outfit's off, the hair's off, the face is a little off. But I think that's just, you know, whatever.
But I'm going to be honest with you. The swords did not make the entire figure.
That's true.
Meaning, if I was to collect 2B, these swords would not be enough of a reason to buy this figure for me.
Yeah. That's feasible.
But, you know, again, they're full metal.
Which is definitely, it's a bonus. Another bonus would be a stand.
Definitely. It's not that hard. 10 cents a piece of plastic. You got a stand. Boom. Done. But, with that being said, I think we've delved into this figure enough. So, as always, thanks for playing with us.
Stay with our guys.